I want to talk a little bit today about manifestation and how it is involved with the twin flame connection. I'm Annalisa and welcome to my channel. So the word manifestation becomes more familiar to those on the twin flame connection as they grow spiritually. And although you have manifested your entire life, the difference is that before you're awakened, you weren't necessarily aware that you manifest all the time. And now that you are conscious and your consciousness is expanding, you begin to understand the universal laws and how manifestation works. And all of this is, in fact, part of the twin flame connection. And it isn't until your divine masculine comes in to awaken you. And what that means is that you go through an entire awakening. And an awakening allows you to question why you're here on earth and question your entire life. And that is part of what happens when you become awakened. And you are very sensitive to vibration as well, and you certainly don't want to be around negative energy. And you go through an ego death, right? So you go through this transformation and letting go of the ego and coming into your heart center, which is where your soul is. And as you go through an awakening, it's a process. It's part of your life now. And as you go through this ego death, you realize that everything is expanding when it comes to energy, and you learn much more about how energy works. And yes, this is all part of the twin flame connection, because your connection with your divine masculine is energetic, and everything around you is energetic. So if you didn't know that before, you certainly begin to get this information on this awakening path that you're on. And that is the beautiful part. Now, some of you will not resonate with this and only want your divine masculine back. So you might want to save this video and come back to it, because what I'm saying to you, you may not resonate with, and that's okay, because not everyone is going to understand all of what I'm saying, because not everyone is in the same space. And if you would have told me about manifestation when I first started my journey, I wouldn't be interested either. All I wanted was my person back. So, but all of this comes to you as you grow on this awakening. So manifesting is all about your best life. And in order to have your best life, you have to understand energy, and that you are part of that energy. Not only are you part of that energy, you control what energy comes into your life and how you project energy in the outside. In other words, with other people. So we know that the divine masculine came in so you can learn to love yourself, to put yourself first. And when you learn about consciously manifesting, you begin to realize that what you hold within you is what you're going to see in the 3D. Now, most of your life, you may have believed the opposite. Typically growing up, you may not have always known that, right? You believe that what happens in the 3D allows you to feel a certain way, but it's actually the opposite. Once you love yourself, put yourself first, and realize that you have all the power to do and attract in what you want, then everything changes. And that is part of the twin flame connection, is to help you understand all of this, that you are the operant power, and to use the universal laws, the law of attraction, the law of assumption, to become the best version of yourself. And if that means wanting your divine masculine and being with your divine masculine, you can also have that as well. But you have to have that inside of you first before you attract in whether it be a soulmate or your divine masculine. And of course, if you were on a twin flame journey, then the universe is always guiding you back together, always, always, always guiding you back together. But when you start to use the universal laws and start to understand how they work, then you realize that you manifest everything that you see in the 3D. Your whole life you manifest, but now you're aware of it. Now you're consciously aware of it. So yes, you can manifest your divine masculine. And I can tell you, when I first started my journey, I didn't believe that you could manifest your person in, but I have been able to do it myself and use the law of assumption, so I know that it works. So all of this is part of the universal laws, and as you grow spiritually, you will get this information to you so you can begin to absorb and see how it's going to work for you. So I encourage all of you to be open to energy and learning about the universal laws and how it works, and allow it to bring the most abundance in your life. And as we know, the twin flame journey isn't just about your divine masculine, right? That's the cherry on top. This whole connection is entirely about you, about manifesting your best life. And so what happens when you manifest your best life? Your person comes in, right? And not only does your person come in, it's about maintaining that relationship, that energetic connection, which is your divine masculine, in the 3D, maintaining a relationship in the 3D. And all of that is done through manifesting what it is that you want. And it's so beautiful because as this information comes to you, you know that it's all part of what you're entitled to. You're entitled to live an abundant life. And I know some of you may be in pain because you're not with your divine masculine. So it's really working through that and realizing that you hold the power. You hold the power as to how you see the 3D, and you can make whatever changes you want. We're all the same. There is no hierarchy here. And what I have is the same as what you have and anybody else. So it's about really understanding and being in that mind frame of understanding the universal laws. But now that you're conscious, you can bring forth your most abundant life. And that is important for all of you to understand, that that is what part of the twin flame connection is allowing you to know that you can live your best life in love, in joy, in peace, and attracting in what it is that you want once you let go of the old patterns and the old energy and bringing in a new version of yourself, jumping timelines into a new version of yourself. So if you need further help, feel free to reach out. I do have a website. I'm sending you all so much love.